Very often when doing test automation, you'll record a number of tests, and then especially with these kind of record replay tools, test maintenance becomes a really big problem. Basically, you'll record some tests and then the code changes, especially if you base this on class and IDs, but also other times. So we're going to just see a little bit how Busang deals with test maintenance and also how it deals with code changes. So we're going to call this, it's called DOM changes here. So let's call this DOM changes. And then call the test just like it's called here, scramble item. So let's call it scramble. And then we'll click into scramble items and you see it's called scramble. So we'll just change the URL to scramble. The idea is really to illustrate this with having a number of items, and basically you should always click the lion item. Lion is success, lion button is success, elephant button is fail. The problem is if you record something with an automation tool, you can basically scramble the ID, you can scramble the class, you can scramble the content, and you can scramble the order. So now of course this is success and this is fail. So it just illustrates how would a test automation tool be able to handle these changes. So let's see how Busang does this. Well, first of all, we're going to record the test where we hit the lion button, okay? And we're going to make sure that we don't reload this. So it's better to do don't reload, never reload this one. In this particular case, we could put never reload on URL mismatch, but doesn't matter. So as you can see, Busang finds the item even if we scramble the order, of course. That's not strange. But let's see if we scramble the ID of the button, right? Well, it looks like Busang still finds it. Okay, let's say we scramble the class. Okay, so this is one of the advantages of not basing your recording on ID and class, right? Because when it's dynamically changing, the test remains stable to these kind of code changes. Now the problem is, of course, because we are at Busang, we use the natural language. Of course, if we scramble the content of the element, Puma, right? Now Busang is not going to be able to find it. The advantage of doing this though is that of course now, because we know what we're looking for, we can now actually say, do you want to switch to AI repair mode? So we can automatically repair the test. So let's see how that's done. Well, it just shows you a dialog and you're allowed to re-pick the element. So as you can see, we picked now the Puma button and we can continue the test. So as you can see now, we can scramble the ID and class again and the order, and it will still find the button. So this is a way to, if your code changes, the tests will remain stable in Busang, and if the actual text changes, then you can very, very quickly repair it.